Wild turkeys are the most challenging game animal we have on the North American continent. When he comes, he's looking for you. They've got zoom lens, excellent hearing, they can pinpoint sounds, and they are one heck of an adversary. You know, you're not always successful when you're out turkey hunting. It can be hit and miss, it can go from good to bad, it can go from what looks like a sure thing to a blowout. But one thing always when I'm out turkey hunting, it reminds me of the St. Hokie Turkey story. One particular season, I had a real bad season in Louisiana. It was a combination of things. There wasn't a lot of birds that year following the hatch. The weather wasn't conducive to turkey hunting, and it was a pretty short season. We go to Kansas and make an annual trip there every year, and even our trip to Kansas was tough this one particular year. And we got down to the last day, and we really had planned to leave early to come back to Louisiana that morning, but we made an agreement, said, look, we're gonna go out, we're gonna make a quick morning hunt. At 9 o'clock, no matter what happens, we're gonna be all packed up, we're gonna jump in the truck, and we headed home, but we're gonna give it this one last shot. And they asked me, where do you wanna go? And I said, oh, I don't know, just drop me off along the way somewhere. Well, they dropped me off in complete darkness, and I started walking up to a tree line, and I'm in a place with 1,000 trees, never been there before. So I walk up, pick a tree, sit down underneath it, and I'm not there 30 seconds, and I hear the thunder of a turkey gobble in the tree that I'm sitting under. And that turkey kept gobbling every time I gave a little bit of a call. And then there were other turkeys all down that tree line that was gobbling. Well, when daylight came, I was ready for that turkey to fly right down there because he had been answering every one of my calls. But instead, he flew about 200 yards down. And what he was doing was he was blocking other turkeys who had gotten off the roost, and they were also approaching my call. And you could see him going from one to the other, trying to turn them around and keep them from getting to his hand. Well, finally, when he had them all kind of at bay, he turned around and he started to come in to collect his prize, which was me doing the calling. And at about 40 yards, I got off 2 shots and dropped him. I walked out, picked up this bird, and admired him. It was obviously the best bird I had ever killed in over 40 years of turkey hunting. Weighed 24 pounds, had a beard that was over 10 inches long, 1 3/4 spurs, and he was full of battle scars. This guy had been a real fighter his entire life. Well, it wasn't until I was riding back home and really the story actually hit me. And I had remembered that the night before I had this dream. And in the dream was Hokie Gajan.
Hey folks, Hokie here.
And in the dream, Hokie had, we kind of relived that moment when he first told me about the cancer that he had and, that we were going to continue to hunt and fish. I heard those words that I heard from Hokie tell me and other people so many times. And he said, Don, I got one put up for you if you want it. And that's how he always told someone that he had a bird roosted and where it would be if you wanted to get it. And I guess if you analyze the dream, an analyst might say something like, well, Don, it was natural. You your friend just passed away and he was on your mind so much that it was a coincidence. Well, I don't know about that. A coincidence, you know, walking out under a tree, picking one out of thousands and sitting underneath the bird of a lifetime. Maybe it was a coincidence, maybe it was something else. You decide.